Greetings, this is AURORA. I'm living in creation, and today we are mourning for a long time session taker and mission benefactor that got taken down by BCGC terrorists. Poor guy was the only one who would always tell me, no, the cops are not here for that reason. And I would try to explain to him in plain American what's really going on. But he was part of their agenda, so he had to always deny what I say and pretend they know what they're doing. Because his kids would tell him to talk at me this way, knowing he was in danger by that same way. So apparently, now I feel really guilty, because if I hadn't taken Forsyth to Beaufort and Boost Mobile, they wouldn't have decided to kill him like that. But by the fact, I believe they poisoned his sandwich. They did a black magic spell with the Ralph guy, the cops, all these cops who hate me at night and start to abuse me and then pay Amber. They put something in his sandwich and they killed him progressively, because the last time I called, there was a nurse next to him on AI. That's Nela Rat. That's the prostitute who goes to Harris Teeter and CVS with him. And she was on AI. She told him to tell me, come in to the nurse's station, give him his package, and then they'll give you the key to go to his house, place it in his house. And they started to make an itinerary. Forsyth immediately said, he calls it, he's like, she's here now. In the end, he couldn't hide anymore the facts from me, and he was annoyed. He's like, now she's here. And then he'd be like, no, it's not a good idea for you to enter here. Don't come in here. Don't come visit. Don't go to my house. Don't do any of that. But then in the end, after the ritual in his house and we did all that and I brought him the medication, Ralph went and whatever got done there. Then yesterday, as I was in here, he called about a message I sent 2 days ago about laundry. And then he's like, you were texting me something about laundry. I said, no, because I wasn't texting that yesterday. That was the day before. So I said, what can I do for you now? I couldn't do anything. And then there was nurses around him. He says he'll call me back or something later. Then he called back. He said that, he was in need of assistance because he had dirtied himself. I said, I'm in another community. Then they start to pretend that maybe he lost it, that he's no longer well, and he's calling me to, assist him with that, when he knows I can't go there. But maybe he was scared, and I'm the first person he calls, and they wanted to see what I was going to say. So immediately I said, well, isn't there someone in attendance? And as soon as I said the word nurse, Nela went and killed him, I believe, or put him to sleep, or I'm not sure what they did to him. Maybe nothing, but he's not. Maybe they told him to not answer me, call me anymore, or disconnected his phone. You never know. Told him, you can't talk to that person. Something weird. So it's nothing that I didn't anticipate or see coming. The rabbi had started to plan this in his house once I was visiting, and Forsyth wasn't feeling very well that day, and I spoke about that. Then they started to make a plan on how to terminate him with Shafiq, Sharif in the other room, and Nayla, Kayla, and these people. Because they're not progressive people. To them, everything in life has to be paid for by prostitution or drugs. If you're not part of the Russian mafia, you cannot have a life. You know, the Forsyth style is like artistic. He's just from another element. He doesn't care. He always wanted to know that, you know, my lamps are charged, my tent is well, you know, I have enough to hydrate by, or, you know, I'm warm enough. And he'd do anything he could in that moment. He would come, leave his house at 8 p.m. or sometimes later by when I stayed, say, in open places. He would come to deliver a blanket every day, a pillow, then take it back. That's besides the point that he, you know, brought me back from Los Angeles, you know, on mission healing the island, and then they got him sick. And they retard everyone, these cops, for their purposes. So, you know, for me to ever, you know, come across a similar frequency is practically impossible. So now all they've done is they've removed one frequency and overburdened me with another type of frequency of an older type individual. Soon they'll plan his demise, this guy too. Like when they're done using him, probably, you know, if they can't get anything out of him in Georgia, they'll terminate him over there for some reason, you know. You know, at work, feed him one malevolent meal, because these people are, you know, they believe in God. They don't have skepticism. They think that, oh, it was in my fridge, God is my hero, oh, okay, I will eat it. They don't go, oh, something happened. Then they, if I talk to them about real things, they dismiss it. Because, like, say that guy, I do good for him, like, I'll bring him something, they'll rape him by night, program that they brought it and that I took something from him to make him despise me. And then if he pays me a compliment, then because I don't fuck with him or go down on him, whoever does will be in the moment where he received the compliment, and then I, to his eyes, will have done whatever they did that wasn't pleasant to him, like dirtied his house or, you know, something like of that sort. That's the game they've played since the beginning of time. So now that mission is left hanging, and I think the Ron in Hardyville knew that they were going to terminate Forsyth because he was being so sarcastic. He's like, oh, you have sugar daddies up in Hilton Head, and they all see you and can't believe their eyes that you're alive. Of course they'll Uber you here and then pay your way back and send with you what you need and stuff like that, you know, to like put it on me that, you know, like, oh my gosh, you know. And then Steven has a very bad taste for me hanging out with these people, you know, like for Forsyth, how he takes me around, he buys me whatever I want, he does whatever I want for me. He lives to serve me. He hates it. He detests it. He thinks that it's tit for tat. I have to suck a dick to get $1. It's like, no, that's not the way it's gonna go. So now they're waiting for me to need to say buy another tube of like lipstick or makeup or something. Like, what is she gonna do? Is she gonna steal it? Is she gonna suck dick for it? Is she gonna? And the answer is nothing. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm gonna watch you go down the drain with all the money you stole from me and all your fucking evil hookers that mean nothing good for anyone. You do nothing good for nobody. You're only useless takers. You only pollute the wavelengths, and all you do is be sarcastic, and you're pigs, and you do fake cop reports, and you burn each other. You're disrespectful to yourselves, to each other. You're despicable and very hideous people. What do you think? Oh, Pharaoh came outside my tent. He made the magic trick, transformed a cricket to a frog. Wow. What do you want me to do about that? While his evil helper, Amir, holding me down. Wow, how impressive. Shooting everyone in ritual, meaning me the worst at every juncture of my life. So that's that. You know, now I probably take a few moments to recapture some life force. You know, after this morning phase of this mission in Hilton, it didn't pan out. It was to come back, get my website back, get whatever lost from being with Steven, and beyond. Back, I got nothing back, and I got taken whatever I had. And then in the end, you know, I'm probably never gonna even know if he passes. Who's gonna tell me? You think the nurse is gonna call me? Like, who's gonna tell me? And what am I gonna read it in the newspaper? I mean, I don't think that they're gonna broadcast it. So, and you know, as when it comes to his kids, he has an Illuminati relationship with them. Dima and Rami, they will go bury him and then take credit for all the pictures and everything as if they did them. He will never have given me the external device. And then they'll say that I stole copies from them because they print copies of my pictures and go in public, start to put them in a folder as if they did them. Or when I'm not here. And then they steal some of my copies when they go to my tent. You know, it's my work. But they had a deal with him since the start. He knew that he was taking my picture for them to, you know, in the end, take that as their own and him be the sacrifice with me. But now he's sacrificed alone. I'm not gonna get hurt. He hurt himself by lying to me, by, you know, not respecting himself, by, you know, leaving my tent to get fucked by Mia, Cristal, Mohammed, and then projecting that onto me the next moment, talking to me like I did it. He went down that tunnel himself. So that's why I felt even assaulted when he would call me and overlay his burdens now that he's sick on me. It's like, no, you can't do that. You chose that path. Poor guy. And then he never watched these, or maybe he did, but he pretended it was someone else and stuff like that. So and then down talked me and stuff like that. So when you, between you and yourself, are unhealthy and you face the truth with a lie, it forms a malady in you. It's not gonna hurt me. Like all these malevolent cops who shove their dicks down my mouth and stuff and pay Amber, like, you're nothing. Oh, what are you gonna do now next time I go out, ride my bike, patrol next to me, and wow, how powerful you are. Wow, you killed my support system, you stole everything, you laugh at me, you fucking raped me to make a fake case about me. You're a loser. You're despicable. So that's where it's at. And then if I ever meet a kindred spirit one day, or I see through somebody, but so far, you know, while I'm around, like if I ever take a ride, anything I see, they're all programmed zombies with a stolen phone trying to hack my phone. You know, they're very negative beings all around. So I'm shielding my energy field now because I got hit hard with the last rape and whatever now they're concocting and stuff like that. And now they're going to try to strike when I'm in a position of weakness. These minions, like from the north end now, like Robai is texting me, there's a ghost in my house. You know, to try to get me to go there and rob me there. Say, like have the ghost come in, steal this, leave, steal my phone. They want to steal my phone. You know, get me to have a puff of his weed, then they'll steal my phone. They'll have a spell work on it with Love Has Won, Headquarters Central. They'll have decided that if she touches that Coca-Cola and simultaneously touches the weed pipe, in that moment it means it has permission to come and rob me by their fake constitution of their evil cult BCSO. And they're convinced that that becomes the law if they all bow down to it and suck simultaneously one of the dicks of their leaders, for instance. Or the vagina, my stolen vagina on Muhammad, that he's pretending that I stole his vagina. That's why they restrain me in the tent. They restrain me to pretend that I stole Muhammad's vagina and he has to take my power from his stolen vagina to his new vagina. But I'm the new vagina. So they're niggering United States of America while everybody's like, hey, so happy. This is Aurora, Mother of New Creation. Sincere good luck to you all. Beaufort, you're disgusting.